Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we will see how to create a simple JMeter test. For this we will have to add these many of element to our test script. We are not going to dip in config of the element that I will cover in separate videos. So whenever you open the JMeter we will see the test plan here. First of all, if you don't know how to install JMeter, then watch my previous video. I will share the link below in the description box as well as in the I button. So first element you see is the test plan. When we open the JMeter we can see test plan here in in leftmost corner. What is the test plan? Test plan is the root of the entire JMeter script, as well as we can say it as a container which holds all the element together which is required for to run our JMeter test. So we will first step we will add the thread group to our test plan. For this, just right click on test plan, add thread group. So what is the thread group? So thread groups determines the number of users the JMeter will simulate while executing the test scripts. So see, here we can rename this thread group as per our choice. I am keeping this as it is. Number of thread means number of users here. The number of users you are testing. Ramp up period, the how much time you want to allow the threads to go from 0 to 1. 1 because we are providing the number of user is 1. If I am providing here 5, then 0 to 5. The loop count. Loop count is the how many time test should be loop. Here I am providing 1. If you want to loop for forever, then just click to forever, or else provide the number of loop here. So next is the adding the sampler. So sampler in JMeter allows to send the different types of requests to the server. For this, just right click to thread group, add sampler. You can see different types of request here. It is depend on your functionality that you are testing or executing to which type of request you want to use. HTTP request is most commonly used request, and for this demo I am using HTTP request. So you can see the configuration of the HTTP request here. So in server name you just provide the server name for which you are going to perform the test. For this demo I am using my bloggers your blogger's server name or the URL. This is my blog all about testing. In this blog I am sharing my interview experience, interview questions, job openings, manual testing related stuff, Selenium related stuff. If you want to browse this, I will share the link in the description box. Just check out from there. So just copy this URL and copy in the server name. So here not need to provide this HTTPS because here it is already there. After that just remove the slash. Method is get. If you want to test subpages, then provide the subpages path here. So next element we are going to add a timer. We can use timer in JMeter to introduce the intentional delay before the execution takes place. मीन्स इन रियल केस क्या होता है कि यूज़र सिर्फ पेज पे जाके वापस नहीं आता है, वहाँ पे पेज पे जाने के बाद वो कुछ टेक्स्ट रीड करेगा, कुछ पेजेस पे क्लिक करेगा, और टाइम लेगा. सो फॉर इंट्रोड्यूसिंग द रियलिज्म इन आवर टेस्ट स्क्रिप्ट वी विल यूज टाइमर. फॉर दिस we can add the timer by clicking on thread group. Just right click, add. You can see timer here. Here are different types of timer. For this demo we can use constant timer. Very important point here is to note that timer executed before the sampler execution. Sampler means this HTTP request. After adding the timer, we will add the assertion to our test script. Assertion means we want to assert or make sure that the server is behaving the way we are expecting to behave. We will add the assertions to our HTTP request. For this, just right click on HTTP request, add assertions. I am just adding a response assertions to assert my response. I am using this response code and matching pattern is equal to and just adding 200. So means if my response is 200, then this is okay. So after this we will add the preprocessor and postprocessor. So preprocessor are the JMeter element that used to execute the action before the sampler request are executed. For example, fetching data from other test, fetching data from external file. Postprocessor executes the action after sampler execution. For example, postprocessor usually used for scripting the certain values from the response sampler request. We will add the preprocessor just by clicking on thread group, right click, add preprocessor. Here I am using this JSR223 preprocessor and right click, add postprocessor JSR223 postprocessor. So what is this JSR223? So this is used to perform some operation using the JSR223 scripting. You can select any language from this list and write the code to execute the action here in both preprocessor and postprocessor. For example, I just printing some statement here. Just copy, also will add this in post processor. And finally, for view the result, just add the listener. So listener are the JMeter component that displays the JMeter results. For this, just right click on thread group, add listener. You can see so many of listeners here. All the listeners will collect the same data. The only difference is the presentation. So we will adding the view result tree here. Okay, so now we can ready to run our test. So just click on this start button and your test will be running. Before your test running, you just need to save your test plan. The test plan file will be saved in your JMeter bin folder. And the extension is JMX. So we will be ready to run our test. Just before test run, I will enable the log viewer to check the log. Okay, and click on start. So here our process for one request is completed and here is the result. We can see the thread group thread name here, load time, connect time, latency, size in bytes. In request time we can see the request which we are process, and in response data we can see the response. Also in log we can see that all the elements are processed. Our preprocessor, post processors, timer all are processed. So this is the result for one user. If we check our test for more number of users, so just go to thread group and edit this number of thread as per your requirement. Let's see for 10 user. I am keeping the ramp period as 1 seconds only. Just go to view result tree and click on start. So in 1 second I will be checking the we can see in the view result tree that the list of sampler that were executed. We only created one HTTP request, but in thread group define the 10 neutral user. So we have the 10 request in view result tree. So thanks for watching my video. Please like the video and share with your friends. Also subscribe to my channel if not done already. Thank you.